on the riverbank, the one with bark like bound ropes, and the docks. A guard will be standing there," he told her. There were no guards. There was only empty earth and drabs from the crowd who were trying to get closer to the Queen. There wasn't even a man carrying a rapier or a pistol in his belt. Many men carried staffs, their permitted weapon, but no trained guard or soldier was amongst them. "God's blood!" Kit moved off from the riverbank, turning her attention to the cobblestone road. The parade was growing. Queen Elizabeth was not only flanked by the multitude of gentlemen who carried her, but also by several ladies, each one draped in a fine gown, and with such an abundance of jewellery that they glittered in the winter sun. Kit stepped amongst the ladies, trying to reach the centre of the parade. Scents of orange flowers and cinnamon shot into her nose, making it tingle. "Walsingham! Walsingham!" Kit called out as she moved closer to the back of the palanquin chair that carried the Queen. She struggled to make herself heard over the calls of the people, all desperate to be noticed by the Queen. Walsingham soon appeared, walking at the rear of the parade with other members of the Privy Council. Lord Burleigh was on his other side, holding a cane so thin and feeble-looking that it seemed a miracle it kept the man straight at all. The inlaid stick and the silver edging suggested it was more a statement of fashion rather than utility. "Walsingham!" Kit called. She moved closer, momentarily masked as one of the ladies dancing past her wrapped a gossamer-thin scarf around her face. Kit brushed it off, almost knocking the lady over before she reached Walsingham's side. "Tell your pet to be quiet," Lord Burleigh snapped as she reached their side. "We have no time for tattlers today." Kit slowed her pace to walk alongside Walsingham. The two ageing men ambled beside each other, their black clothes stark against the sea of effusive colours dancing around them, like a rainbow that had dropped to earth. "Tattler?" Kit repeated, her eyes shooting straight to Walsingham. He shook his head, his gaunt face shaking off the insult as his eyes widened, warning her against risking the wrath of a man like Lord Burleigh. "Walsingham, your guard has gone," she said. This not only captured Walsingham's attention, but Lord Burleigh's too. His cane nearly slipped from under him until the silver tip jammed between two cobbles. Walsingham turned his pointed chin in Kit's direction, his eyes darkening. His lips quivered. "I saw to the guards myself this morning. Each soldier was in his place, Kit." "Well, one is missing now." She lifted a hand from her weapons belt and pointed to the riverbank. The sleeve of her jerkin billowed in the wind, the same way the ladies' skirts and farthingales were dragged forward around her. "Pah! That's a reason for suspicion, is it?" Lord Burleigh laughed and turned his attention forward, his eyes on the Queen alone. "Guards are known to steal a drink or three, especially at times of celebration. Do not take a wager against me, Tattler. He'll be caught drinking down on the dockyard." Kit swallowed, holding back her retort. Once more her eyes landed on Walsingham, who shook his head in warning. "See if you can find him, Kit," Walsingham said in a quiet voice. "Come back to me when you do." Kit walked off. The parade had grown thicker. The boundary between the parading ladies and gentlemen of the Queen's court was almost indistinguishable from the line of her countrymen and women that bordered the street. Each lady that danced caused a young boy or girl to hurry forward, wanting to be a part of the scene. Pipers led the way, followed by lute players, some wearing pointed shoes, others wearing heeled boots, clicking as loudly on the cobbles as their string instruments were plucked. It was a cacophony of sound, a carnival of excitement. Kit pushed past them all, angered by the happiness. More than once her elbow was caught by a smiling lady who would swing her round, encouraging her to join the dance. When one larger lady seized her, it was not so easy to escape. Kit's hands were captured and she was spun round in a circle, forced to listen to the lady's cackle. "Release me!" Kit demanded, but her words were not heard. Looking away from the lady, someone in the crowd caught her eye.